Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, recently I feel like a fucking news anchorman. There's so many things happening in Raid Shadow Legends. Look at this. We're getting 5 new legendaries. One of which is gonna be a loyalty program. So yes, we will get her for free. This is the first one. But why is all this happening? Well, I think it might be related to the 16th anniversary, Polarium's 16th anniversary. It just started. And if you head into the game right now, you can go ahead and claim some of these free stuff. You get one Sacred Shard, one Primal Shard, one Rank 5 Chicken, and a bunch of stuff. Look at that, 16th anniversary. And then you have all these 16 anniversaries, I guess, deals. I'm not really sure if they're deals or not. I'm not buying anything else besides the free stuff. But yeah, let's go back to the previous photo. Look at this. 5 new legendaries. Well, actually one of them is a mythical. But then let me move my camera just a bit so we can talk about the elephant in the room, which is going to be the free legendary. Lemenisi the Gold Wing. She's going to be our latest or newest loyalty program, as you can see there. And after that, after the loyalty program ends, she can be dropped from Ancient, Sacred, and Primal Shards. This is going to be July 31st, but she's going to come before July 31st. And besides that, this is not the only thing we will get for free besides her. We're also getting a new fusion, Tholin Foulbeard, a classic fusion, and this starts June 5th, which is in about, let me check the calendar, in about 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 days. And Tholin Foulbeard, let me move my camera back. Let's have a look at him because I saved some photos down here. This is the guy. We will be able to fuse him as a classic fusion. Classic fusion, in case you're wondering, is just your normal fusion where you need probably epics and rares to fuse the guy. We don't really know yet if it's only epics or if it's mixed, epics and rares, but we'll see it soon. Besides this, Tholin Foulbeard, we're also getting with the Chaos Awakens event that starts 5th June. We're also getting a new dungeon, and the new dungeon comes with the Kurosa the Covetous, new mythical. So we're gonna fight her. I think it starts as well June 5th. I'm not really sure about that, but probably it's gonna start June 5th as well. It doesn't really say here. Maybe if we check in Polarium events, maybe we can see it. It doesn't really show, but I'm pretty sure it starts June 5th. And we're going to fight against Kurosa the Covetous. And she's also going to be our newest mythical champion. So keep that in mind. Kurosa is going to be a mythical champion. Then we're also getting Tholin Foulbeard. And I keep getting in and out, but this is very important here. This might be a bait. We will have a 25% chance or 10% chance this weekend. And I'm not sure if this is a bit of a bait, but I feel like it's a bit of a bait. Because it's a progressive chance, right? To get something. But then we gonna work towards getting Tholin Foulbeard. Where is he? He's here. And we will definitely need to do some summon fusion, some summoning and some pulling for the events and tournaments. Not only that, but we're also getting a Primal Shard. 2 times bonus. The thing is that the Primal Shard, we haven't had one of these for like 3-4 months now. So I feel like it's a bit of a bait. But not really. Only if you want to get Kurosa the Covetous, then I think you should save your primal shards and do it after her release. But if you really want to have like any mythic champion, you should also take advantage of this weekend. It's going to be a 2 times chance to get a mythical champion, which is quite nice because it's like 0.5%, so you can have 1% chance. And besides that, we're also getting a couple more legendaries. Grakos, Turndrake, and Balar the Lost. And we also have their highlights here as well. Check them out. Graco's turn Drake. Let's do this. See if you can zoom in a little bit. There you go. Graco's turn Drake, Spirit, Legendary Spirit, HP, Demon Spawn, pretty nice. Attacks one enemy, will ignore 25% of the target's defense, heals all allies with less than 50% by 10% of this champion's max HP. The only thing I don't really like is that he's a Spirit, but that's fine. Probably most of us have so many Spirit champions, Legendary champions that are already like maxed out. But if you get them, good luck, you know, good for you. New champions are usually better than older champions because they come with new mechanics, and sometimes they just come bustedly good. Second skill, attacks all enemy 2 times. Pretty good, pretty decent. Each hit will ignore 25% defense against target with less than 50% HP, which is super strong. Say, for example, first hit deals, let's say, more than 50% HP, then the second hit will deal 25% extra. Not only that, but the first hit has a 75% chance of placing 60% decreased defense debuff on each enemy for 2 turns. So pretty much the second hit will be almost pure damage. And the second hit has a 75% chance of placing block buffs. Super strong champion, as you can see here from the kit. He's already going to do massive amounts of damage. And then the third skill places a 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. Also places a block damage buff on all allies for 1 turn. Block damage, increased defense. And then for the passive, if an ally has more than 50% HP and is under any buffs placed by this champion, that ally deals 10% more damage. If an ally has less than 50% HP and is attacked by an enemy under any debuffs placed by this champion, that ally receives 10% less damage. Pretty interesting. This guy gives a bit of a... He has like a bit of a hybrid build here. He does damage, he also increases defense, he also gives blocks buffs, he also increases defense for your allies, but if your allies are more than 50% HP, he's also increasing their damage by 10%. Very interesting champion. He sounds pretty busted. But as I said, I don't really like the fact that he's Spirit. And then Valar the Lost. Let me move myself back there. Another Spirit legendary, Sylvan Watchers. His first skill, or his basic, attacks one enemy. Before attacking, places a shield buff on this champion for 2 turns. The value of the shield is proportional to this champion's attack. So he looks like he is going to be attack percentage based. And then has 50% chance of placing a 25% poison sensitivity debuff for 2 turns. Oh, so he's a poison. I didn't really read his kit before, so let's have a look at this. And then his first skill, attacks one enemy, has 75% chance of placing a leech debuff on all enemies for 2 turns, interesting, and instantly activates all poison debuffs on all enemies. Leech, poison sensitivity, and poison activation. Very strong. I like that. And then his third skill, attacks one enemy. Before attacking, places a 50% increased accuracy buff on all allies. Okay, not bad. 75% chance of placing 50% decreased resistance debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. And as for the last part of the skill, places 3 poison debuffs on the initial target for 2 turns. If this attack is critical, places 3 poison debuffs for 2 turns on all enemies instead. Oh wow. So if you build this guy on 100% crit rate, he's applying poison sensitivity. He's also instantly activating all these poison debuffs. Sounds very decent, very good poison champ. As for his passive, increases this champion's ignore defense effect by 1% for each poison debuff. Instantly activated by this champion. Stacks up to 20%. He can ignore up to 20% defense. So he's gonna be super strong against bosses by the looks of it. And besides that, the 5th new champion is going to be Kurosa the Covetous. She's going to be our new mythical champion. There you go, our new mythical champion. She's very interesting. She's super strong. I've been reading through her kit. Oh my god, she's super crazy. Her first form is a support, but then her second form is a very naughty attack. But we're not going to go through her kit right now because everybody's already posting about her. You already probably know everything about this. I only wanted to show with you the news, which they literally came out a couple of minutes ago, maybe a couple of hours, just in case I was too late to make the video, about these 5 new champions. Also about the Polarium's 16th anniversary, right? You just hop on the game and start the 7-day daily progression thingy. There you go, to get yourself these nice rewards. And yeah, this is a lot. We're getting a lot of new things recently. Like my last 3 episodes, they're all like, hey, good news, we're getting this. Hey, good news, we're getting this. New update coming, new this, new event coming, coalition event. That's a lot. And I like that. Polarium, keep doing this, please. Do this for raid. We like that. We like to be engaged. I don't know about having to pull shards for all these new events, because it feels a bit like they're creating FOMO for us. For example, now we have a 10 times chance to get Uugo the Jade, and we're also having the fusion for the new Dwarf. You might as well just get the new Dwarf than try to get Uugo. Look at this guy. He attacks all enemies, right? The new champ that we can fuse next week. On his basic, he attacks all enemies. He places weaken if you're lucky, and besides that, he can also grant an extra turn if weaken debuff was placed on all enemies, and this is just the basic, and it sounds super interesting. And then on his first skill, he attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit will ignore 25% of the target's defense. Also, each hit ignores 50% of the target's defense if the target is from the Corrupted Alliance. But each hit decreases the target's attack by 5%, and each hit also increases this champion's attack by 5%, stacking up to 50%. So as you can see here, he's built towards ramping up damage. And for his second skill, he attacks all enemy 2 times. This is the cherry on top. He attacks all enemy 2 times. Before attacking, he places a 50% increased attack on himself. And then for each critical hit landed on the first hit, he is increasing the damage dealt on the second hit by 10%. Not only that, he's also ignoring unkillable and shield. Super strong, and this can be booked up to 3 turns cooldown. But imagine this, he's ignoring unkillable and shield. This is super strong in arena. Besides that, if the first hit attacks 5 enemies, he's increasing his attack by he's increasing his second hit attack by 50%. So his second hit will deal even more damage. And as for his passive, he's activating Doombreaker skill every 5th turn, which means Demon Breaker, which is his basic attack, the one that applies 25% plus from booking. If you book him up, it's going to be like 50% chance of placing weaken. Or maybe 75% if you fight against Corrupted Alliance. If you're going to fuse him, and you're going to use him against the new dungeon event, which starts pretty soon, right? Where we're going to have to fight against Karosa, the Covetous. We're going to have to fight against her. He is going to be better, because she is from the Corrupted Alliance. A bunch of stuff happening right now in Raid, and I'm super happy about this. Hopefully they're gonna keep on with all the new stuff coming. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't really know about the news yet, and this was actually something new for you, don't forget to throw us a subscribe. And by the way, if you want to start playing Raid Shadow Legends, or you want to create a new account, you can use my download link below, and you can get 2 free legendaries and 1 S tier epic. You can get Corrado after playing the tutorial, and then you can use one of the promo codes that are available now, and you can get yourself a second legendary, which could be Sun Wukong if you use Monkey King, or Tehunurak if you use Desert Queen. And then also at level 15, you're getting Uugo. Pretty nice. Alrighty. I should stop rambling here. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for coming and watching my videos. Bye bye.